Hey G fans, GojiFan93 here, and I'm here to give my thoughts and reviews on Kingdom Come. So with this comic book, to be honest, I don't have much to say, as it was, I don't know, it was quite underwhelming. I'm not really sure how overall this comic book did when it first came out, but it's not really the most, I guess, interesting experience. I don't really know how else to say it, but it was just kind of there, in my opinion. To me, overall, I can sum it up as it's another Kong story where the humans go to, Skull Island. They get a group, they go to Skull Island, and they have to fight off a bunch of monsters, and Kong's there to save them in ways, and then nothing really gets achieved in the overall grand scheme of things. The only few things that I would say that are, I guess, unique about the comic is, again, I'd have to say that the art style is really good. The front cover is a little odd. I'll definitely admit that the front cover doesn't reflect what the comic book actually looks like, which is very weird. But the illustrations on the inside of the book are very well done. It's very almost photorealistic, which is pretty neat to see. The other thing that was really cool was well, I guess not really necessarily cool, but very out of nowhere and a little odd in this universe. But the fact that there was like a giant tiger-like thing with antlers or something, very odd. I guess I would say Titan in quotation marks. It definitely did not fit the Skull Island aesthetic, and it really doesn't fit the overall MonsterVerse aesthetic, in my opinion. But Kong shows up and really just kills that thing in an instant. I mean, that thing didn't even have a chance. So the characters, to be honest, I don't even remember any of them. They're very throwaway characters. They, I don't know. There was some, I remember there was some a female character that had some PTSD by, I guess, screwing over one of her teammates or something during like a fight with one of the, I don't know if they're the war bats or if they're the, just a type of the bat kaiju, but that was there, I guess. But I didn't get any attachment to the characters. The only cool thing was Brooks was in the story again, which is really cool to see. The fact that he's had a big, I mean, obviously his research with the Hollow Earth stuff is really important, but the fact that he's been in a lot of this extended material has been really cool. It's been nice to see a reoccurring character that's sort of a staple in the MonsterVerse, because one thing that has remained consistent for me, at least, is the inconsistency of character appearances and certain characters that don't really stay. So it's nice to see that Brooks has remained a main character for even during the Godzilla stuff too, not just the Kong stories. So the other thing is again, it's just a story where they get the G team, or I think Monarch, I'm pretty sure, that they get them to go to Skull Island to find the Hollow Earth, which is interesting because this is a prequel to Godzilla vs. Kong, but I thought that they didn't get to the I mean, of course they didn't get to the Hollow Earth. They got to the Hollow Earth in the movie. The only interesting thing was I almost missed it. I had to actually look at a sort of a summary video to get more of the story about it. But I actually found out, I guess, that this story involves the brother of the main character in the movie that actually died when he went into the Hollow Earth. So he got like smashed by the gravity or whatnot. So I guess that was a cool little tidbit. But again, it went over so quick I didn't even really notice. So yeah, and King Kong's there. He kicks butt, fights a bunch of monsters. I guess I'd say the big baddie of the book is the fact that when they're trying to drill into the Hollow Earth, they awaken a giant bat-like creature. Okay, it was pretty cool. I mean, the illustrations were really nice. I like the illustrations. They were really cool. So, but that was pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say on the comic other than that it's all right. It wasn't super enthralling or anything like that. So there's pretty much that. It's not bad, but it's I don't know. The next comic book actually will be the Godzilla tie-in book. I can't remember the title of the comic book, but that'll be the next one, and I'm interested in it because this comic book I've heard is basically not really a lot of human stuff. It's mainly the perspective from Godzilla and during his reign as King of the Monsters. So that's really interesting. To be honest, we've never really seen something like that before, so I'm kind of excited to get into that comic. So that'll be what I talk about next, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next review. That'll do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay big, G fans.